So let's get started. It's 8 o'clock, 12:30. Thank you all for joining in. And this is day 12, episode 12 of free Intune training provided by How to Manage Devices community. If you are not aware of this community, please go to any of our community websites or WhatsApp groups. You will find more details about the community. And if you have any questions related to Intune training or SSEM, anything related to device management, feel free to ask those questions in forum.howtomanagedevices.com. So yesterday we deployed a line of business application, MSI application through Intune to Windows 10 devices, right? So I have four VMs, as I mentioned before, right? One VM is the one you can see now, right? So this is the VM. This is called Intune 01, right? Where is it? Intune 01. Okay. All these four VMs, Windows 10 VMs, I created in Azure, right? And I logged in with this to this VM with local user name and password, right? That is why I'm not able to see any deployment or any applications in this particular VM, right? You need to log in with your primary user, which has a who has a license. Then only you will see all the application deployments and everything, right? Yesterday we talked about something like I deployed an uninstalled application for mail, removing this icon, right? Mail client, but it didn't get deployed on my Intune 01 machine because I used local username and password to log in to this VM. Okay. And I'm taking MSTS. I'm using MSTSE from here, from this local Intune 01 VM to connect to all other VMs, right? All the Azure AD registered and Azure AD joined VM, right? So that is the only way it works in Azure at the moment, right? If you are testing it with Azure, okay? So yesterday, what we did is basically we did deploy two, or we create. I think we created 7-zip, right? And that was a LOB application. That was a simple MSI application, and we created that application in Intune and uploaded to Azure Blob Storage. It automatically happened. We don't need to do anything, right? We just need to create application and click save. It will automatically upload to Azure Blob Storage, and the client, when client will get that deployment, it will download the content of the MSI from Azure Blob Storage. Okay, so that's it. So, and then what happened is we deployed this as an available application for all my Intune users, right? Okay, to be honest, right, I changed the group yesterday because when after our training yesterday, when I checked the group which I assigned, it was like only some users, only one user were there, right? Then I created another uh, Azure AD group, right, and deployed to that, right? So as you can see in the overview, the only one machine it got installed. It's, you need to remember that it's available application. In that scenario, you need to go to company portal and user needs to install it manually, right? So that was the experience I had. Where is it? Which mission was it? If I click on this, you will come to know the mission, or I can do this way. The Intune 02. Intune 02 is the mission, right? This is Intune 03. This is Intune 04. and this is Intune 02. Oh, I forgot which was the mission. 02. Okay, this is 02, right? On this mission, I have already installed it, right? So as you can see, it's already installed, and it is visible in the featured application, right? So we selected the featured application checkbox while creating the application. That is why it's coming in the featured application, right? So on this mission, I manually went into company portal. This is company portal, right? And company portal application, I installed it. This is like a software center in SCCM, right? Okay, and I'm going to do that in my one more mission, right? Probably, I don't know. This is 04, right? And this is also Azure AD registered device. I'm logging in with my local username and password, right? So I will do this for Azure AD joined device, right? That is a different scenario, right? So this is Azure AD joined device. So in Azure AD joined device, I'm logging in with Azure AD username and password, right? So I'm going into this, and I'm going to features, right? And click on this, and you can see there's an option to install. I click on install, and it will automatically get installed, right? So that is the scenario. It will say like download painting, and probably it's syncing, and it will download will start, right? In any moment from now. Okay, so it might take some time if the sync happened like probably like hours back or something like that, right? So we will come back to that. Okay, so it's downloading now, right? So it will get downloaded, and it will get installed. Okay, so once it's installed, you can see you will be able to see a reinstall button over here, and that will be enabled soon, right? So if I go to start menu, and if my start menu works, okay, I can launch the application, etc., etc., right? So that's perfectly fine, right? Okay, so now if I go back to my console, I'm sorry, not console, where is it? Go back to portal, Intune portal, and I don't know, probably this is going to take some time to reflect the installation, right? So while, okay, let me go to the other scenario which we discussed yesterday. What we did is, yesterday we deployed one node to a device group as an available, right? As an available deployment, right? And then we had a discussion. Someone told probably he had seen issue with available deployments. Okay, if we deploy to device groups, right? So he was correct. So the, as you can see, like I didn't see any application apart from 7-zip in my company portal, right? So ideally, this group, right? This group contains all Windows devices in my Intune tenant. So ideally, my all my devices should get this application, right? But because we used a device group, right, and it's an available deployment or available assignment, it is not getting, right? So that is what Microsoft states in this documentation over here. So it clearly states the available deployment intent is not supported for device groups, right? It's only for user groups. Okay, so for example, if I edit and add a user group over here, right? HDMD, right? All India users. Okay, If I add that user group in here, you can remove the device group if you want, right? For this scenario, or you can keep it, right? So better to remove it. Best practice is to remove it if possible, right? And review, save. The assignment is changed now. All users, right? Now let me go back to this device, and as I showed you yesterday, let me try to sync. How to sync? Right click on the taskbar icon of company portal and sync this device, right? You don't need to go to the settings in company portal, and you don't need to sync manually sync from there, right? Okay, so it's still getting synced. Let me go to the other device, one of the other device, and initiate a sync over there also, right? So right click and sync this device. Okay, it started syncing. So this is sync completed. This was the first device, Azure AD join device. Let me go to applications and see. Probably we may need to wait some more time, right, to get that available application. Okay, let's wait some more time. Okay, and this is another device, right? This is Intune 04, and I manually sync it, right? Or what you can do is, there is another option also to sync, right? If you can go to settings, right? Settings and MDM. If it's Azure AD registered device and MDM enrolled device, you will see both these icons, right? Click on info and sync it from here, right? Both are kind of same, right? The syncing from company portal as well as from here are almost same. Okay, so let me go back to the first device and see like how it is behaving. Probably I might need to sync again, I don't know. Okay, let me go to the second mission, whether I'm able to see it or not. No, still now I'm not able to see it, right? This is deployed. So what I normally do is, I will confirm what are the users, who are the users inside this group, right? So that is HDMD all users, right? So I will go to HDMD all Intune users. India users. Probably India users is not the proper group. Okay. So there is only one user, right? That was the wrong group I assigned, right? That is why it didn't work, right? So I should be using HDMD all Intune users, right? Because Intune users have all these users, has all these users, and this is my user. If you remember, right? This is my user Anoop, right? So I need to remove this user group, right? And I need to add all. Come on, man. HDMD all, where is all Intune users, right? All Intune users. Click save. Okay, click save, and probably this time you would be able to see the actual application getting available over here. Let me sync all my devices, right? If one is not working, probably we can check others. Okay, I have synced all the three. Otherwise, you can wait for the same amount of time which I mentioned yesterday, like probably 8 hours or something. I don't know whether somebody checked that or not. Otherwise, we will cover that tomorrow, right? How many hours we need to wait for the default policy sync in the Intune, right? Okay, so this sync is completed for Azure AD join device, and it's still not reflecting. Okay, so we will see what is happening over there. Okay, so let me Let me come back to that in a minute, right? Okay, no devices showing here. So let's wait for some time to get that reflected, right? I hope the user group is correct. All Intune users, all Intune, all Intune users. Okay, so it will come in a minute or so. So let's go back to some more details about the deployment, right? We had a deployment scenario discussion before also, right? So for example, if you deploy an application to two groups, right? For example, user group and device group, what will happen, right? So this is Microsoft documentation where it says it covers all the scenarios, right? Group 1, group 2 and result, right? So this is explained over here. For example, if I take an example of for example, if you deploy an application, right? If you deploy an application as user available, when it says user available, it means available assignment, okay, but deployed to user group, okay. And if you have an application and that has two assignments, one is user group and it's available assignment, and the other one is device group, right? And if that is if if that is kind of a required, then what would be the end result you can see in the VM, right? So that is both exist, right? Intune resolves required, right? Required and available, right? So it will be required, so it will automatically get installed, and it will be available in company portal also, right? In the scenario where you have two assignments. So if you didn't understand that, probably what you can do is we can select one more application, probably line, right? Click on properties and say edit on the assignments, right? Edit on the assignments. Then I can go back to the scenario. This says user available. Group one intent is group one intent is user available. So assignment assignment is available, right? And I need to add user group over here as an available, right? So I'm going to say HDMT, and I'm going to select all Intune users, right? So select that. And the second scenario explained here is device required, right? So I need to create a device assignment over here, right? Over here, this is the required assignment, right? Required assignment that should be deployed to or targeted to a device group, right? So that would be HTMD Windows. If I can find Windows devices, HTMT Windows devices, right? So that is, so we have two deployments, right? Two assignments. One is required and that is deployed to device group, and the other one is available and that is deployed to user group, right? In production scenario, probably you might have this kind of a scenario, okay, many times, right? So what would be the result? The result would be both exist and Intune resolves are as required, right? The idea should like ideally the application should be installed automatically on the machine, and then it will be available in the company portal, right? So let's save that, right? Review and save, and you can see like it's required and it's available, user group and device group, right? Save. Okay, and let me go back to this mission and see like what is happening over here. Sync. I don't know why it's taking so much of time to sync the applications or sync the policies. Basically, should normally happen pretty quickly. I hope Intune is not playing with us today. Okay, so let's see what happened to this mission. This got synced, it seems. But yeah. Okay, so the first application, right? Note OneNote. If you don't remember OneNote, so that was the initial one which we uh, removed from available device group, right? It was available for a device group, and we added a user group as an available, right? So that is coming over here, right? So you can install that if you want, right? And it will be available for, it's same, right? Download pending, and then it will go to downloading, and then it will go to the next stage, that is installing, right? After installing, probably it will change to reinstall. This button will change to reinstall. Okay, so if I go to this device now, all the device should show up. Okay, so this is showing line also. So line is showing us available, but as per the documentation, right? Documentation, it should automatically installed now. So ideally, line should be already installed, right? Let me check that, right? It's not showing over there. Okay, probably it's taking time to install or not, I don't know. So it says it's available, right? It's available. That is why it is allowing us to install it, right? We will wait for some time and see like what is going to happen over here, right? I don't want to install it now, because if I understand the documentation correctly, it says Intune resolves required, right? When it says required, then it should automatically get installed. Okay, that is what my understanding is. We will check that out, right? Okay, so in this mission, I can't see line yet, so probably I need to sync it again, right? And I have another mission over here. What happened to this? Let's check. Okay, so in this also we have 3 applications, right? And if I go to start menu of this, okay, so see, the line got automatically installed, right? So Intune documentation is perfect, right? So Microsoft documentation is perfect. So we didn't install it manually. We deployed this application as available to user group. We deploy application as required to this device group, and the result is required, right? It will install the application automatically without any user interaction, and in company portal it will be available, right? It will be available always. So this is pretty nice feature, right? So if I go to company portal, right, and it says install, right? I don't know, probably that will also get changed, because it will understand like it's already installed in some time, right? But if I click on this, you can launch the line application. I don't even know what is this line application. Okay, okay, so that is it for today. I think we can go into question and answers if you have any.
Anup, Harish here. The line scenario is similar to SCCM scenario, right? Even in SCCM case, we keep both required and available. Required will install and available will also be available in the system center. It's the
Okay,
same thing,
okay.
right?
Uh, I honestly, right?
Uh,
I I don't know exactly. I don't remember exactly, because
uh,
I never did this kind of a testing in like at least in last 2 years or so, right?
okay.
So I don't remember.
I vaguely remember it's the same. I
Yeah.
just want to cross check. And one more thing is that when we made an application as an available deployment, we did it to all Intune users. But when the case of we are logging into the system, both where it is just a AD registered, we are logging with our local
Sorry,
users.
can you repeat it? I didn't
Okay.
catch it properly. Sorry.
Okay, no problem. In case when we are making an application as available to a AD registered device, we are never logging into those systems with our Intune IDs. Basically, we are logging into those devices with our local IDs because they're not AD joined. In other case where you said like for login device, we should log in with our Intune IDs to make get the application available or installed. How is this working in AD registered device scenario? You got my point. Question.
So you are saying like in Azure AD joined devices, we I said like you need to log in with Azure AD username and password, then only you will get the application. And in Azure AD registered device, you are not doing that and you are getting application, right? That's really a
Yeah.
good question,
Yes.
right?
Yeah.
Probably that is how the personal devices work, right? So when you state device as a company owned device, right, corporate owned device, then there should be some requirement, right? So so all the Azure AD joined devices are corporate owned devices, right? So in that scenario, I think Intune is expecting the user authentication, Azure AD user authentication, and all the other things, right? So that is why there is a difference, I feel.
Okay. And when we never even logged in with our Intune users on personal devices, when we assigned application to all Intune users, we assigned it to some of the users existing in the Intune already, but those users never there in personal devices. How that even know?
Um, I didn't catch how that
Okay.
even no means like
See, let's
who.
assume that, I mean, the devices. See, if you assign the application to devices, the device already registered with
So you
Intune.
can you
So,
can see something over here, right? In
yeah.
Intune 02, I don't know like whether you have seen a primary user or something, right?
Oh,
See,
okay.
yeah,
Oh, okay, okay. This I missed. Okay.
yeah.
Probably this is the
So
reason. Okay. Okay.
so this is the reason, right? So every Intune device is assigned to a primary user, even if it's a chaos kind of a device, it won't be. Otherwise,
Okay.
it's assigned to a primary user.
Okay. This makes sense. Thank you.
Any other questions, or all of your others are confused with my explanation today, or is this clear?
It's clear, Anup.
Okay, so if you don't have any other further questions, probably we can finish off and give you back 2 minutes.
I have no because here.
Yeah.
Just like I have 10, sorry, one license based application, and I have deployed to 10 devices. So later on, I remove from that assignment. So will it the license will count, or will the application will uninstall?
So it won't uninstall automatically, right? If you remove an assignment, I don't think it will uninstall automatically, right?
Okay,
So,
so it will be
so
on particular user device wise. We need to go and uninstall that, right?
so you need to deploy and uninstall a deploy assignment, right? Then only it will
Yeah.
get uninstalled. So basically, yeah, I think yesterday also we touched upon the licensing part, right? It's a bit complex because some of the applications are device-based license, some of the applications are user, and most of the
Yeah.
applications are user-based license. Those
Yeah.
applications are creating mess out of all the device management technologies, actually.
Okay, okay. One more question, like I have one application which is not directly is a exe or one. So we are installing to a command script. So how that will work in Intune, like
Yeah, when you say exe, you mean to say batch file, and batch file is kind of uh,
yeah, that's fine.
batch file is kind of calling some exe to install or MSI to install, or what is it exactly?
Actually, it is having some dependency files inside the parent folder. So it will what it will take it, if you install the directly to the exe or MSI, it will not install. So it will have in the batch file, it will have multiple lines. So it will read all these files inside
Okay.
the folder and it will install accordingly.
Okay, so that's a complex application deployment scenario, right? I'm showing something in the screen, right? If I can go to Windows and click
Yeah.
on add, I will cover this in detail, right? Later
Okay.
part of the training, right? So there's something called,
Okay.
we tried line of business application yesterday,
Yeah.
and today we are still going through that scenario, right? And tomorrow probably we will try to do something related to exclude and include, right?
Yeah.
And after that probably we will see some of the other scenarios, Windows app Win32, right? So this is the scenario where you need to check when you have those kind of complex applications, right? We will see this in the coming days, right?
Sure. Sure. Yeah. Thanks.
No worries, man. Okay,
Anup,
so any,
one question.
yeah, sure.
Do we have integration with Intune?
Sorry, Krish, I missed you.
Is there integration already with
You're
Intune App
breaking.
Store?
I can hear like do we have an integration between Intune App Store and sorry, Service Now? Okay, Service Now. That's a good question, right? I've been asking Service Now the same questions from last 2 years. Okay, and they don't have any official support statement out yet, but I'm sure they might be working with Microsoft, right, to integrate this. And if you want, and if you have a developing team who normally works for your organization, if you have an organization like big organization and you have a development team who works to customize the service now, then probably they can help you with graph API to automate some of the stuff and integrate service now with Intune, but it's not out of box at the moment, unlike SCCM.
Okay.
Okay, any last question? I think somebody was trying to, Prasad, I think.
No, yeah. So we can we have an option to run only the script like PowerShell
PowerShell
script or
script.
something.
Yeah, we will cover that in the future sessions. Yes, we have option.
Okay.
Okay, so
I know.
yeah, sure.
So last question from my end.
Okay.
So can we deploy an application to a Azure registered device, like not on a user based, but it's a device based? Can we deploy that application to BYOD machines also?
Give me a sec. Let me show it to you. I don't know, like probably you might have missed or you might got confused with my explanation. Okay, so
Actually, I deployed on my machine. It's not working. So I'm just curious to know, is it a valid scenario or not?
So basically, you can see company portal application, right? Right over here in the screen. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And you can see this is deployed to all the devices, right? And this is required deployment. And in my VMs, only one is Azure AD join. This one is Azure AD join, right? This is Azure AD join, right? All the other VMs which we are talking about here is Azure AD registered VM, BYO scenario. This is BYO, right? And I already got company portal installed, right? So this is company portal installed through this deployment, right? So it works.
Okay, so there might be something I am doing wrong.
Yeah,
Okay,
so probably
thank
you can raise a question in the forum and we can help it out.
Okay, thank you.
No worries. Okay, so thank you all for joining in, and we will see you tomorrow, same time, same place. Bye bye.
Thanks, Anup.
Thank you,
Thank
Anup.
you.
Bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thank you, Anup.